Hi everybody, I'm here to report on yesterday's 1-1 draw at Ibrox against Dundee United, and you can see how I'm feeling just by looking at me, although it's much worse than it looks actually. But this is only for effect. I'm just trying to give you the same fright that we all got at Ibrox yesterday watching that dross, even without drossers in the second half. So if you don't mind, I'll dispense with this in the meantime. It's a funny old game. That's what the late great Jimmy Greaves, England and Spurs striker, used to say. That was his catchphrase. It's a funny old game. And if any match this season proved what he was saying is true, it was yesterday's game at Ibrox. Because how can one team be so inferior and not deserve anything from a game, and yet United went away with a point, and some pundits saying a well-deserved point. No, it wasn't. Don't believe anything you hear pundits, whether they're radio, TV, or newspaper guys, telling you such nonsense. Give you the stats to begin with. We apparently had 29 shots at goal, 9 on target, and 1 goal. They had 5 attempts at goal, 1 on target, which was the actual goal, and that was it. We had 70 odd% of the possession. Now, normally you can say stats don't tell you everything, but these ones tell you everything about yesterday's game. United must be the luckiest team we've played this season anywhere, because they didn't deserve to take anything from that game. It should have been about 4 or 5 at least. I mean, 9 shots on target and only 1 goes in. That tells you everything. Although, admittedly, the goalkeeper probably had, 4, 5, 6 really good saves, whereas Jack Butland had, nothing to do. So that sums it up. In fact, I can tell you there are 3 moments of danger in the whole game. The goal that they scored, which was a cross from about 50 yards deep onto the guy who ran into the box unmarked between Shefty and Proper. Jack Butland on his line. I think he should have actually come to try and take it, but he managed to get between the 2 defenders, each expecting the other to deal with them, and then afterwards blaming each other for not dealing with them. So that was their goal. Before half time, they got into the box, they had a shot, and thankfully John Souttar blocked it, bravely blocked it, so that was another effort. Then the second half, all they did was 1 cross, free header again, and this time it went yards past the post. So that was their sum of attacking prowess, and yet, they deserved to get a draw. Meanwhile, in the first half, Rangers had 3 shots at goal, which could have gone in, should have done better with. First one, Czerny hit a low shot from about 18, 20 yards, which the goalie took comfortably. Okay, he had to kind of dive, but he took it comfortably. Then later on, Raskin, similarly, 20 yards out. This was a better one, slight swerve on it. This time the goalie had to dive and actually palm it away, so that was a better save. And then the best save of the 3, when Bayrami got it, he was further out, 25 yards. Lovely curling effort, and the goalie had to dive full length to palm it past for a corner kick. So these were the 3 main chances we had in the first half. Their first attack, it was of any consequence, and they score a goal. I mean, just ridiculous. Talk about against the run of play. So that was just annoying. But they did improve in the second half, mainly because probably Drossers came off, and if it hadn't been for him, I would have said the worst man on the park was actually Diomande. He had a shocker as well. So the 2 of them exit, bye bye. His fans were screaming at them from probably about the 10th minute onwards. So bye bye. On comes Hadji, yay, and Danilo, yay. So let's see what they can do. And in fact, they did help change the momentum, and we definitely had better attacks, more chances. The goal had more saves, so that was at least something. These 2 should have actually started the game, especially Danilo. I mean, you could see in the goal and in other play after that or before that as well. He and Czerny, who was man of the match, quite rightly, they have a kind of understanding. They can do 1-2s. I can see some people saying, but I'll miss the 1-2s that people do with Drossers. Said nobody ever. But Danilo and Czerny look as if they can team up and carve open a defence. Not only did Danilo slip the pass through for Czerny to put it with his left foot beyond the goalie for the equaliser, but he had another one where they actually put him through again, and this time he was offside, unfortunately, and no doubt about it, a yard or so offside. Although the VAR had to have a look at it, he was definitely offside. But the two of them look promising together. Hagi came on. He makes himself available to take a pass into space the way other teams' players do. He can pass the ball. He can shoot. He had one shot from about 30 yards that the goalie had to parry out. And in fact, Danilo was in the end of it. But as he was shooting towards goal from about, 7 yards out, the guy dived in, blocking it, spreading himself. There was a check after that for handball on the defender, and it was said it was okay. But in fact, I thought the penalty possibility came after that, because when he blocked it and it came out into the middle of the box, it was other sub Igaman and I don't know if it was Czerny or somebody, it might have been Hagi. The two of them were rushing to get the rebound to tap it into the net, and two defenders either side of them. To me, when you saw it on TV later, they just fouled them. But they didn't bother checking that, because the goalie stuck up a hand and blocked the shot that was goal bound from about 4 yards out, if that. So we all thought that was going in at the time, and obviously it didn't. So that was annoying as well. The goalie had a great save, I think the 90-something minute from Igaman, who shot from 18 yards. I was right in line with it. The angle, I thought that's in. As soon as it left his boot, I thought this is it. It's in the net, and the goalie dives and palms it away. So it's just one of these days. We had other good attempts in terms of attacks, trying to thread the ball through, people trying to dribble past defenders like Czerny had done a few times, but we just couldn't get that elusive goal. So it was so annoying, so frustrating to know we should have beaten them. Even if we'd been playing badly, we should have beaten them, never mind making 9 chances or having 29 attempts at goal with 9 on target. It was just so frustrating. United defended well, usual blocking everything, diving in, fouling, wasting time. It took 54 minutes before the ref, the useless Don Robertson, actually booked the goalkeeper who'd been wasting time since his first goal kick. But 54 minutes in, he eventually booked him. Didn't make much difference, he just kept it up really, because he knew he wasn't going to get a second booking and sent off. That'd make Robertson's life hell with Celtic fans in the future, so he's not going to do that. So time wasting, going down with cramp, even in 60 minutes one guy went down with cramp, so no wonder there was 8 minutes extra played, and in that time we could have scored at least one goal, and we didn't, obviously. So that's what's so frustrating about it. First half, it was too much like all the other games at Ibrox, too pedestrian, too slow, not enough energy and verve about the play. People reluctant to go forward, pass it forward, apart from Raskin and Conor Barron. Czerny as well, they were going forward, passing it forward. Diomande had a shocker. The anonymous Drossers, that should be his last game. I really mean that. In fact, now that we've dropped another 2 points, it didn't really matter now. The league was going 2 months ago or something, so whether we're 9 behind Celtic or 11 as we are now, it doesn't matter. Forget the league. I was just hoping to get a bit of form, get a new formation, get some other players in to see if we can turn it around and do better in the next few weeks, so we can take Celtic on with a bit more confidence in the League Cup final. But that's gone, having looked at yesterday, unless the manager really wakes up, because he's going to get fired, even if it does cost us a fortune if he doesn't wake up, because Hagi and Danilo should be starting in the next 3 league games, and if we don't win the next 3 league games, St Johnstone, Ross County away, Kelly at home, I think he's a goner. Even if he stays on till the League Cup final, he's got to win the next 3 league games, show something a bit more exciting, a bit more positive, including Danilo, Hagi, Igaman coming on even for the last 30 minutes to relieve Danilo if he can't last that long. All that can only improve. Get rid of Proper, he's a dud. Balogun when we need him, and I don't know who else can play there now that Casemiro crocked for the season probably. But we definitely need new players in, new formation. Don't bring back Tavernier for heaven's sake, or you really will get the sack. So, really disappointed, hoping things change with the next game, but not counting on it.